Welcome to the Hilliard Cunningham Family Reunion Atlanta History Tour. My name is Shaida Heron, and I will be narrating this tour for you today. Today's tour is intended to be a drive-by tour where you may see as many sights as time allows and as your van mates decide by consensus. The two primary stops where we'll get out together and take photos will be the Apex Museum at 2:15 and the Aya Tower mural around 4:45 p.m. Other places that may be a nice idea to get out if time allows would be the King Center, which has a great gift shop, the Slutty Vegan, the Carter Center, the Black Art in America, and Afrocentric Network shopping. During free time, you may revisit any of the suggested sites from the tour. We will try to accommodate an optional bathroom break at the A.G. Hilliard Elementary School. After the full tour, we will head back to the hotel located at the Atlanta Marriott Northeast. Sit back and enjoy the ride. Our first stop is the Apex Museum located at 135 Auburn Avenue Northeast. Here we are in the heart of the Sweet Auburn district. We will get out here at the Apex Museum for an abbreviated tour and photo, after which you may proceed to Auburn Avenue to see the Atlanta Life Insurance Building across the street and follow Auburn Avenue down the block to see the Peach Cobbler Factory ATL and the John Lewis mural. Vans will pick you up at the mural and continue the tour. The Sweet Auburn District is an historically African American area closely associated with the civil rights movement in the 1940s and 50s. Sweet Auburn flourished economically with scores of African American owned businesses, newspapers, churches, and nightclubs. The success even prompted Fortune magazine in 1956 to call Sweet Auburn the richest Negro street in the world, a term originally coined by John Wesley Dobbs. Designated a National Historic Landmark in 1976, Sweet Auburn is experiencing a major upswing, investing in connectivity, boosting initiatives like the Atlanta Streetcar, which runs from the King Center to downtown's Centennial Olympic Park. The annual Sweet Auburn Festival celebrates the past and future of this neighborhood, attracting thousands of visitors annually. Also, the Sweet Auburn Curb Market has become a fun acre for the neighborhood, providing a bustling and varied lunch option for new-buy workers. The African American Panoramic Experience Museum, more commonly known as the Apex Museum. It's devoted entirely to African American history as a means of promoting cultural awareness and the social contributions of African Americans in Georgia. The museum is housed within a 100-year-old building, irrigated by the African American mansions. Our next stop will be the Atlanta Life Insurance Building, located at 148 Auburn Avenue. Founded and built in 1905 by Alonzo Hernando, Atlanta Life Insurance Company became one of the leading African American insurance companies in the nation. Hernando, who rose from enslavement to lead the company, became the first African American millionaire in Atlanta. Headquarters for the Atlanta Mutual Insurance Company, the company changed their name to Atlanta Life Insurance Company in 1923, was originally located at what is now 148 Auburn Avenue. Our next stop is the Peach Cobbler Factory, Atlanta, located at 171 Auburn Avenue. A newer Black-owned business in the Sweet Auburn district is the Peach Cobbler Factory ATL. It was founded in 2013 in Nashville, Tennessee by Juan and Tammy Egerton with the simple mission of crafting delightful desserts that evoke the feeling of Grandma's kitchen. The store is home to some of the most unique dessert offerings, including its namesake cobblers. They also offer banana puddings, cinnamon rolls, shakes, and cookies. Our next stop is Congressman John Lewis Mural, located at 219 Auburn Avenue. Congressman Lewis was an American politician and civil rights activist who served in the United States House of Representatives for Georgia's 5th Congressional District from 1987 until his death in 2020. He participated in the 1960 Nashville sit-ins, the Freedom Rides, was the chairman of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee from 1963 to 1966, and was one of the Big Six leaders of groups who organized the 1963 March of Washington. A member of the Democratic Party, Lewis was the first elected to the U.S. House of Representatives in 1986 and served 17 terms. Let's hear it for John Lewis. Our next stop is the SCLC headquarters, located at 320 Auburn Avenue. The Southern Christian Leadership Conference was so named in 1957 after several other name options and after the victory of the Montgomery bus boycott. It is an African American civil rights organization that chose to expand its focus beyond buses to ending all forms of segregation. The organization's first president was your own Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We're now going to proceed to Ebenezer Baptist Church, located at 400 Auburn Avenue. Ebenezer, founded in 1886 by Pastor John A. Parker and 8 people. It has been a spiritual home to many citizens of the Sweet Auburn community. Its most famous member, Reverend Martin Luther King Jr., was baptized as a child in the church. He was co-pastor with his father from 1960 until his assassination in 1968. Ebenezer is also the location of the funerals of both Dr. King and Congressman John Lewis, and the church for which United States Senator Raphael Warnock has been pastor since 2005. We will now proceed to the King Center, located at 449 Auburn Avenue. Established in 1968 by Mrs. Coretta Scott King, the Martin Luther King Jr. Center for Nonviolent Social Change has been a global destination, resource center, and community institution for over a quarter century. It was designed to be a no-dead monument, but a living memorial filled with all the vitality that was his, a center of human endeavor committed to the causes for which he lived and died. The King Center is currently run by CEO Dr. Bernice A. King and is just a block from Dr. MLK Jr.'s birth home at 501 Auburn Avenue. Dr. King's birth home is the only ranger-led tour provided by the National Park Service. Next in the Sweet Auburn community is the Wheat Street Baptist Church, located at 359 Auburn Avenue. Historic Black Baptist Church, located in the Sweet Auburn neighborhood of Atlanta, Georgia. It was founded in 1968 The current building was constructed in 1921 and is located adjacent to the Martin Luther King Jr. National Historic Park. Organized during Reconstruction to serve the African American communities in the Sweet Auburn and Old Fourth Ward neighborhoods. Next, we will see the Odd Fellows Building, located at 250 Auburn Avenue. Built in 1912, it was restored to its full glory in the late 80s by architect Robert Perkins. This three-story building housed offices to Black doctors, dentists, and a rooftop bar and entertainment venue where our people would go to see Ella Fitzgerald, Gladys Knight, and the Pips, and others. Back in the day when we were not welcome to the white venues of Atlanta. Our next stop is the Slutty Vegan, located at 476 Edgewood Avenue Southeast. Founded in 2018 by Pinky Cole, originally as a shared kitchen and then a food truck, Slutty Vegan, now Brick and Mortar Stores, is a Black-owned vegan restaurant designed by Pinky, who saw a gap in the marketplace where vegan food was virtually unavailable after 9 p.m. The restaurant is known for its growth despite the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Pinky now owns 11 locations in Georgia, New York City, Birmingham, and Dallas, with plans to open more. We will now proceed to the Carter Center, located at 453 John Lewis Freedom Parkway Northeast. The Carter Center is a non-governmental organization that has helped to improve life for people in more than 80 countries by resolving conflicts, advancing democracy and human rights, preventing disease, and improving mental health care. Named for founders 39th U.S. President Jimmy and Rosalind Carter in partnership with Emory University. The organization is an international center for progress and change. There's a beautiful statue of President Carter in the garden and a lovely gift shop within as well. We will now proceed to Atlanta Beltline, located at 712 North Avenue, the bridge location. The Atlanta Beltline is one of the largest, most wide-ranging urban redevelopment programs in the United States. This network of public parks, multi-use trails, modern streetcar, and affordable housing along a historic 22-mile railroad corridor is enhancing mobility, connecting 45 in-town neighborhoods, and improving economic opportunity and sustainability. If you look to the right, you'll see the popular Ponce City Market, a vibrant, converted historic Sears building, now a market with a food hall, shops, music venue, gaming area, and living space. We will now proceed south of Atlanta towards the Black Art in America, located at 1802 Connolly Drive. Recently opened on Juneteenth 2022, Black Art in America is a wonderful gallery that this East Point community has been missing. Founded by Atlanta-based contemporary visual artist Najee Dorsey, the organization's mission is to use art as a powerful medium for expressing and exploring diverse identities, histories, and cultures. Since its inception in 2010, Black Art in America has been the forefront of elevating Black visual culture, originally launching as an online program showcasing artists and collectors from across the country. Our next stop will be at the Asa G. Hilliard Elementary School, located at 3353 Mount Olive Road. A brand new build Asa G. Hilliard Elementary School, formerly known as Mount Olive Elementary, was renamed in 2015 in the memory of Dr. Asa Grant Hilliard III, a Georgia State University college professor and a former San Francisco State University dean who died in 2007. Dr. Hilliard was married for nearly 50 years to the Honorable Patsy Jo Hilliard, former mayor of the city of East Point, located in Georgia. She is also the former school board member for the South San Francisco Unified School District. Our cousin Maya was a student here when the school was named Mount Olive. Our next stop will be the Aya Tower mural located at 1600 Connolly Drive. We'll get out here as well to take a photo and hear from Chris Swain, East Point Public Arts coordinator and curator of this mural designed by Atlanta-based artist Erica Chisholm and funded by the Vincencio Group and the East Point Housing Authority. This high-rise renovation will create new affordable homes in East Point. This 48-year-old vacant structure has been a staple of East Point's history. It was only fitting to designers to also showcase an East Point staple of the community, former Mayor Patsy Jo Hilliard, whose service had a significant impact toward the city's present successes. The longest tenured mayor to date, in 1993, she made history as the first female and first African American to hold the office in the history of East Point, as well as the state of Georgia. Aya comes from a symbol representing strength and endurance in the ancient Adinkra alphabet from West Africa. As we make our way to our last stop, you may see on your left Hilliard on Main. A building that was eradicated by developer Windworks was named in honor of Asa G. Hilliard and his contributions to the community. Black business owner Andrea Wynn's vision of the building includes business offices on the bottom and residential homes on the top floors. Cousin Feluke Nunn lived here for a period of time when she first moved from Florida to Atlanta. Hilliard's on Main has been the office site of many political campaigns, including the Honorable Mayor Patsy Jo Hilliard, Threat Brown, and Barack Obama. Our last drive-by will be at the West End on Abernathy at Wells Street. The West End mural of Atlanta ancestors who contributed to the freedom and welfare of African Americans: Maynard Jackson, Asa Hilliard, Martin Luther King Jr., Coretta Scott King, Ralph David Abernathy, Dr. C.T. Vivian, and many others.